All right, new at noon, a settlement several years in the making over the filming of police. And it comes with new policies to teach officers that it is a citizen's right to record them when they're on duty. KGW's Tim Gordon is live at the ACLU of Oregon headquarters downtown. And Tim, this is over a case from 2013.
Right, Chris, it's when a woman filmed transit officers making an arrest of a man, and one of those officers went and seized her phone over it. Now, this is that encounter we can show you, filmed by Carrie Medina. She's a self-described citizen journalist. She videotaped the arrest of a man in southeast Portland in February of 2013. Then a Gresham officer with transit police came up and said he needed to see the video. He said it could be evidence. When Medina said he'd need a subpoena, he twisted her arm and grabbed the phone and detained her. But the First Amendment says she had every right to film police on duty in a public place. That's true for anyone, according to Medina's attorneys and the ACLU of Oregon. Today's settlement included $85,000 in legal fees being paid by the city of Gresham. But more importantly for Medina, it includes new policies and training required for Gresham, Portland, and transit officers. Hey.
I feel like I was vindicated, and that policies did change and people are more aware. And if that is something that we can get out of that, is that the public understands that they have the right to film police doing their job in public, then I did my small part.
And Medina's attorneys actually worked pro bono, so that $85,000 goes to the ACLU, which also brought the case. Now, we asked for and just received a statement from the city of Gresham, which paid that $85 grand. They said shortly after the incident that occurred in 2013, the city adopted policies and procedures to deal with these types of situations. Training was developed and implemented for officers. We will move forward from here and are thankful the settlement is resolved. So that from the city of Gresham, just getting to me now.
And we are live. Sorry I jacked your stream. Jesse, I was already signed in from last night. I was just getting off work and some kind of police action here, so I just thought I'd stand here and be a camera of accountability, as it may. Oh, more cops. Well, that's great. I'm going to stand even farther from where I am. I'm not sure why they grabbed this kid, but he's definitely... I heard the reason I was on my headphones and I looked up, I was actually on a bus headed downtown when I heard, oh, that must have hurt. And then I saw these cops tackle this kid. I'm not really sure. I say kid, he looks like a young man, young male, maybe teenager, 16 to 15, 16, somewhere in there. Not really sure what's going on, but there's another person across the street filming, but I can't imagine he's getting very good footage. It's just tons of cops. There's now cops behind me, even more, pulling up. Not really sure.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Good, doing good. Somewhat. So they're now searching his shoes. They had him take off his shoes. I think he's cuffed. But yeah, a young male, looks like a teenager, sandy brown hair. He's wearing khaki pants, gray sweatshirt, no shoes now. It's like they're putting him in the vehicle. There's a canine unit behind me, looks like. Cleveland police. You know, with tactical gear on, not just the normal cops. There's a SUV behind me that's gray that is not marked where that officer just came from. So you can see the vehicle behind me is this gray thing. It has lights, but only when they turn them on can you tell that it's any kind of a police vehicle. A lot of police in this area. So there's a car, there's an SUV to my left here for the police. There's a car that initially got the guys. And I believe, I don't know, looks like that patrol car has gone elsewhere. There was one across the street as well. So I'm going to see if I can interview the guy who saw it originally. Now he seems to be gone right now. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. So anyway, it looks like he's in the vehicle now. There's probably not more going on. The police seem rather interested in me, unfortunately. But, yeah.
Hi.
Hi there.
Can I see your video?
No.
Okay, I need to see your video to see if it has any evidence of the crime. Yes, it's not a choice.
It's not a choice?
It's not a choice. Either you can show it to me right now, and we can look over it and see if it has anything that I need. And if it doesn't, then you can keep it and go on your way. If it does show something that we need, I'm going to either have you see if you can email it to me, or we may have to take the phone.
Okay, well, it's live on the internet, so I don't have access to it. So that's one issue.
Okay, well, then why don't you show it to me?
Show you, okay,
Yeah.
so what's on this is essentially I get off the bus, I cross the street, he's already in custody.
Okay, then
so
show it
there's
to
no
me.
evidence of...
That's what I'm asking you to do, is show it to me.
And if I refuse?
Then I'll have to seize the phone.
You're going to take my phone.
Yes.
And you have legal jurisdiction to
Yes, I
take
do.
my phone for not showing you. So essentially
no.
I'm being searched.
No, you're not being searched.
It's a search of my phone.
Yes, because it could show evidence of a crime.
Right, well,
And
if
I'm
you were to
asking you to
subpoena
show it
that
to me.
evidence, I would gladly give
Then
that to
show
you.
it to me. That's what,
I
that's what
don't
I'm
have,
asking.
you're not legally asking me
Yes, I am, ma'am.
with a subpoena.
I don't need a subpoena to search your phone for evidence of a
But
crime.
you have to have some kind of probable
Ma'am,
cause.
do you want to hand me the phone, or would you like to show it to me?
I don't want to show you, but...
Thank you.
At will, however...
Carrie Medina, who had cell phone seized by police while filming arrest. I felt afraid. I felt violated. Carrie Medina said Wednesday that she filed a federal lawsuit because she wants to make sure police in Oregon respect the right of citizens to film them while they're in public and on duty. Medina, 31, said an officer seized her Android phone on February 12, 2013, as she was live-streaming an apparent arrest of a young man near Southwest 5th Avenue and Broadway in downtown Portland. She said she saw police were handling the man pretty roughly as she was riding home by bus from her ASU job. She got off the bus to broadcast the arrest on social media. I believe a police officer should always act as if a camera is on them, Medina said, speaking along with several attorneys who have volunteered to represent her, in the lawsuit filed Tuesday in U.S. District Court in Portland against the cities of Gresham and Portland and TriMet. Gresham officer Taylor Letzies approached Medina and demanded to see her video, according to her suit. If she didn't let him view the video, he threatened to seize her phone. When she said she'd only let him view the video if he had a subpoena, Letzies grabbed the phone from her and held her arm and twisted it, she said. That day I felt afraid, Medina said. I don't think a bystander should ever feel afraid of police, and I also felt violated. Letzies was working on a transit police detail, which is made up of officers from the Gresham and Portland police departments and TriMet. One of Medina's attorneys, Alan J. Galloway, called Letzies' conduct unacceptable and incompatible with his client's constitutional rights. It violated her First Amendment right to film police in public and Fourth Amendment right against unreasonable search and seizure, he said. Galloway said filming police actions is important for maintaining accountability of the police force and ultimately protects both the public and the police officers by providing that neutral point of view. Once Letzies had her phone, Medina showed him how to archive the video on her phone and then upload the Ustream video to social media. He lectured her a bit on his authority to take her phone and then gave it back, she said. Medina alerted Gresham police a few days later and she received a letter back saying the officer had done nothing wrong, she said. I want accountability, and I want the retraining of the police, Medina said, explaining why she's brought the federal lawsuit. Since the encounter, Medina said she has co-founded a group called Film the Police Portland, hoping to train volunteers on their right to film officers and educate police. Immediately after the 2013 confrontation, Medina, a self-described citizen journalist, said she was shaken up a bit and reluctant to take out what she calls her camera of accountability right away. Initially, for the first 2 days, I felt sort of shell-shocked, she said. But after that, I found it sort of strengthened my resolve. Medina is seeking a court injunction that would require the defendants to impose new policies and officer training to recognize, uphold, and protect the right to record and broadcast live audio-visual footage of police activities in public. Included as an exhibit in the lawsuit is a March 5, 2013, email from Gresham's police chief to his sworn officers, reminding them that he highly discourages the seizing of property for simply recording your official actions without your knowledge. The email was issued less than 3 weeks after the officer's interaction with Medina. Gresham Police Wednesday declined to comment further on the pending suit. Maxine Bernstein. M. Bernstein at Oregonian.com. 503-221-8212, at Maxergonian.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now, you know, $1 a day, I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.